Amos.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Bob Arablo here, president of your Jacksonville Icemen. Thanks to the doctors and staff at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, our team is well taken care of. We're proud to be associated with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is ready to help you too. We'd like to thank the coaches and schools who trust in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Olstein Volkswagen. Florida State failed to qualify for the college football playoff. FSU became the first team in the history of the college football playoff to go undefeated and win a conference title as a Power 5 team and failed to make the playoff. The Seminoles are expected to play in the Orange Bowl on December 30th. The win was enough to keep Florida State at number 3 in the coaches poll ranking, at number 4 in the AP poll. It wasn't enough to secure the team a spot in the college football playoff picture, according to CFP chair Boo Corrigan.
Florida State is a different team than they were through the first 11 weeks.
FSU being left out of the college football playoff sparked a great deal of discussion. ESPN's Booger McFarland was very passionate about what this meant to winning.
I think we're diminishing how you win. It's okay to win with defense.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9:59 at 71 degrees, time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
It's going to be exciting. First one here in 2011. It's just crazy. Yeah, we're really excited. I mean, it's another game at the end of the day, just different day, different time of day. So, but no, it's going to be exciting. I'm sure the city's pumped and hopefully get a nice big crowd, get rowdy over here, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. You know, you're the Monday Night Football, the history of Monday Night Football in the National Football League, and you know, are the only game on that day, and you know, it's you're playing in front of your peers, your other teams, and they're watching you. It's exciting.
You know, if you want to talk about the number one seed or whatever that is, we put ourselves in a situation where that's attainable. You know, we're right there in the mix. So I think that's something that we're not oblivious to that fact. Obviously, we're taking it one game at a time, and you got to win one game at a time in order to get there. But we understand that's something that's reachable for us and that we can do.
XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and
hold my pocket,
Dylan Denmark.
All right, good morning, Duval. It is game day, and you control whether or not the AFC playoffs come through your backyard. How about that? Good morning, everybody. A happy Monday Night Football in Jacksonville, FLA. It's been a while. And the Jags heavily favored to beat the Cincinnati Bengals without Joe Burrow coming into town. And they got the gift of a Kansas City loss last night on Sunday Night Football. And at the moment, if the Jags are able to win, they'll have tiebreakers over both the Miami Dolphins and Baltimore Ravens and will stand at the top of the AFC standings. Pretty good place to be. Good morning, David Garrard. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. It's game day.
It is game day.
Always feeling good on game day.
We don't get to do these with you very often.
I know. So I'm so happy to be here today.
Fired up, man. Tony, how are you?
Doing well.
All right. Bulls season came to an end.
It did.
It's all right. Mm-hmm. You know what? Good season, Bulls. For the rest of them that won, good for you. For the ones that lost, better luck next time.
Yeah.
we're on to the Jags today.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
got 3 in the local area that are
That's right.
alive.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
It's a blackout tonight, but I'm covering all my bases. All right, because I wore black. They won 5 in a row when I wore the black, and then they lost badly to San Francisco, so I switched it up. And they've won a couple wearing teal, so I'm wearing teal this morning. I will participate in the blackout tonight, however, and I'll switch it up to black at some point this afternoon, and honestly has no bearing on it. I just want to be as little blame as possible
There
here.
you go.
Dave. That's just get me out of the way. I don't think we're going to have any problems. I really do. I feel the Jags are going to look at this as an opportunity just to show the nation just how good a football team they can be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And, it'd be nice to beat them with all their weapons, but we'll take whoever's in front of us.
Better to beat them without all their weapons than to lose to them in any fashion.
100%.
Right? Like, I feel bad for you, but that's life in the big city.
Yeah.
Texans lost Tank Dell yesterday, out for the year now, it looks like, with a fractured fibula. Dang, that's tough. That's life. That's how it goes sometimes,
We just want to beat whoever lines up in front of us.
That's all we can do is play that team. Jags lost their left tackle last week for at least a month. We don't know how long ultimately that's going to be. So it happens to everybody. Keep number 16 healthy, and I think this team's got a chance to go a lot of places. So today we get the rarest of the rare. Monday Keys to Victory program right here with the Jags getting ready to take on the Bengals tonight, and then they'll get primetime again in just a couple more weeks against the Baltimore Ravens. So, it's all out there for them right now. Who would not have taken control of your playoff seeding heading into the month of December if you're the Jags, right? At this point, wasn't great the way they lost to Houston early on, but if you looked at it and said, you know what, you'll be 8-3 going into that matchup, if you beat Cincinnati, and, at the time, you'd probably figure, they're going to bring Joe Burrow and company to town, you'll be in first place. I think anybody would have signed up for that before the season started. So we'll find out tonight, What do you think, Tone? Is this a slow burn for the city? You think people are taking today off, or is it just tomorrow that they're taking off?
I hope they're taking both days off.
I hope they're taking at least tomorrow off.
Yeah. Look, I heard late last week that I think the Slab, which is where, BCB and those guys, they party before the games, is going to be opening pretty early today. I heard 4, maybe 5 o'clock for them, maybe even earlier than that when everything is said and done. We saw that late in the season last year, right? When they had the game against the Titans for the division on the line, the playoff game here at home as well, and we saw it was crazy. Just trying to get into the stadium last year for those couple of games, it was crazy. I don't think it'll be quite that tonight for this one, but certainly the city is, on fire for this team right now, and it's all out in front of them. As you said, they're in control of their own destiny for the 1 seed in the AFC, right? They're in control of their own destiny to have a bye in the AFC playoffs at this point.
And they only give one of those out now.
Yeah, it's, and I'm with you. Like the Houston loss, I look back on that now and go, that's the NFL. Right? Like, NFL teams don't win every week. That's just not how it typically works in the NFL. The team that's going to be the 1 seed is probably going to have lost 3 or 4 games, right? When everything is said and done, the Jags are at 3, can't afford for another one, right? Like, it just, you don't have any wiggle room for the 1 seed to lose anymore. That starts tonight against the Cincinnati Bengals, a Bengals team that's not going to have their quarterback. Make that count. Just keep this train rolling for this Jaguars team.
Yeah, I think that's what, look, everybody expects it to happen tonight. I think you look ahead and you go on the road versus Cleveland. Is there a letdown after a primetime game sandwiched between primetime games with Joe Flacco at quarterback? The Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson, much more dangerous team coming in. Look, you can't overlook the remainder of the teams on your schedule, right? They're going to show up and try to win a football game as well, but right now it doesn't look like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are that fearsome. The Carolina Panthers are the worst team in the National Football League, and you've already handled the Tennessee Titans once, but I don't want to even make that game worth anything. But the way to do that is to continue to win and maybe put yourself in a position where that game doesn't mean anything. Just think of this. If they were to lose tonight, and I fully expect them to win, you're only a game up. Granted, you'll have the tiebreaker over both the Colts and the Texans, but it looks so much better to be 9-3 with those tiebreakers when both of those teams are coming on at 7-5 right now, Dave.
Yeah, nothing is given to you in the NFL. I'm in a pick'em league, and there were plenty of games where it was this team should win 98%, win this game, and they still lost. So it is you can't just phone it in thinking we're going to show up, they're struggling, and we're just going to knock them out. You got to come in every game and be ready to win, be ready to take whoever's in front of you, be able to rip their soul out of their body, and that's what we got to do tonight.
Yeah, and we'll go throughout the course of the next couple hours what some of the keys are for the Jags to make sure that they do take care of business in this one. Cincinnati, with the exception of the quarterback, probably as full strength as they could have expected to be this week with Logan Wilson, who was iffy going into the week of practice, not on the injury report, so he's going to go. Very talented linebacker. He's good against the run and in coverage. And you got T. Higgins coming back this week as well. It's been a very disappointing season for him. Now the question is, can Jake Browning get him the ball? But there's no question Cincinnati's much more dangerous when they've got T. Higgins out there. So we'll find out. Jags pretty dangerous themselves with Ridley and Kirk and Zay back in the mix.
Love it.
Could Evan Ingram get in the end zone for the first time all year? Will Trevor Lawrence have kind of a national, I wouldn't say a coronation. He can't win the crown of anything tonight. But, I'd love for him to go out there and kind of look, the win is the most important thing. But I'd love for him to have one of those 330-yard, 3-touchdown type performances where there's no narrative about, but, he's, put that on the heels of the last two ones that he's had. And I think most people would feel that he is kind of getting back to that form he was at the second half of last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be good for him to show other fan bases who haven't really watched us because we haven't had so many primetime games to be able to say, oh, okay, I heard he's been doing okay and, he's playing well, that kind of stuff. But now they can see it, and he puts on an actual show to where everybody says, oh, they are for real. I mean, who is this Josh Allen? I thought he played in Buffalo. Wow, he's for real. Like, let's see our stars come out and show up under the lights.
And I know that's important for a lot in the fan base, right? They want to get that kind of national acclaim and respect and all that. In the end, even if you win the Super Bowl, you can't guarantee that there won't be people out there saying, oh, it was a fluke, it was this, it was a down year for whatever. Who cares, man?
Can't make everybody happy.
Right. So in the end, we'd like for all this to happen. Just give me the win tonight and the key core of this football team remaining healthy moving forward. And then we didn't get that last week with Cam Robinson, but, one injury where they're well-positioned to fill in is okay. Had it last year. Walker Little played well down the stretch. Going to have to do it again. Hopefully we'll get Cam back for the postseason. But if you want to get in today, you know the ways to do it. You can hit us up on the phone lines, the All-Pro Roofing phone lines at 641-1010. Also on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at that same number, 641-1010. And let us know what your plans are tonight. Are you tailgating? Are you grilling out? What exactly are you doing maybe a little bit different, being that it is prime time at home Monday night? Or are you just taking it in as you always are? If you want to give your prediction on the game, your keys to victory, that's what we're seeking today. That's your Chad and Sandy Real Estate question of the day. What are your 3 keys to victory for the Jags, the 3 most important things they've got to accomplish to make sure that they walk away with their 9th win of the season at the end of the evening tonight? So, David Garrard is here. Tony Smith is here. Pockets is here. Good morning, Dylan. How are you?
I'm excellent, man. How we doing?
All right. Rainey, did you get on the course this weekend?
No
golf for you this weekend,
golf.
huh?
Golf for you?
Range. That was it.
Okay.
A couple range sessions.
I feel that.
Got in the morning, got it done, put my feet up, watch a bunch of football. It was all good in my neck of the woods. So hit us up on social media today at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at David Garrard 9, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Hold my pocket.
Keys to victory Monday. Let's celebrate. We'll be talking Jags all day long right here on your flagship home for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Awaken 180 weight loss. Just looked in the YouTube chat. Somebody said I look like I'm 150 pounds. I appreciate it. 225 is the accurate number, though, and I can carry that at 6'4". Trust me, I haven't been in the 220s for about 30 years until I got with Awaken 180. They helped me get over the final hurdles to knocking off some of the weight that was kind of just pesky and wouldn't go away. But now the key is for 2 months, they've been able to help me maintain that weight loss, and maintenance and support is free for life with Awaken 180. All you got to do is hit that goal weight, and with Awaken 180, you'll do that in no time flat. I've got a friend who signed up right after Thanksgiving, already down almost 9 pounds. It happens that quickly. Awaken 180 is going to guarantee you're going to lose 4 to 5 pounds, maybe even more every single week. It happened for me, over 5 pounds a week, and the pounds just kept dropping off, and they've stayed off ever since. 844-346-1800 is the number. That's 844-346-1800 to get a free consultation with Awaken 180 Weight Loss, or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Jaguars Today Monday on 1010XL
is brought to you by
Ratify Credit Union, your neighborhood credit union from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios. Defending against an attack is a critical part of security.
Turnover!
And the defensive player of the game can help secure a victory.
Now we got to play D, boys.
After the game, catch the superior fence and rail defensive player of the game on 1010XL.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about being a peacemaker. Friends, so often we can only want to help people who are in our inner circle. But God never had inner circles. The world was his inner circle, and he's depending on us to make a difference and to leave our mark in this life. So go out today receiving his peace and then sharing it with the world.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
No dental insurance? No problem. Introducing the Care Plus program from the dental offices of Dr. James McCall. For only $625 per year, you will receive 2 cleanings and dental exams, a full set of x-rays, plus 1 emergency dental exam and x-ray. You'll also receive a 20% discount on all other services offered. Kids 12 and under will receive the same program for only $525. Call Dr. McCall today at 620-9225.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WonderWorld today and get your free in-home estimate, or see them online at WonderWorldNEFlorida.com.
WonderWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Jacksonville is a great place to live. And if you love where you live, you should invest in it. That's why more and more people bank with 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. We invest every penny back into North Florida, backing the very best small businesses, nonprofits, and of course the family home. Why put your money with some big out-of-state bank when you can invest in where you love to live? 1-to-1 Financial, we're your hometown credit union. Sign up today at 1to1fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you are a fan of the U, listen for the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
I'm JJ LaSalva, and I bring you news and notes you need to know from Miami every week on the Hurricane Report.
On 1010XL, Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
When a plumbing or septic emergency happens, you want to have your ducks in a row with a company you can trust. Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services is the #1 company on the First Coast. Check out our reviews online, duckduckrooter.com.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on South Side near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Are you looking for increased privacy and protection for your family and pets? Look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Superior Fence and Rail is Jacksonville's top-rated fence company, delivering the highest quality fence products. They'll treat your property as if it's their own. So get off the fence and get your privacy back. Call Superior Fence and Rail today for your on-site estimates.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This is Hayes Carline for SkyLife Elite. Are you tired of canceled flights, unruly passengers, and layovers? Call my friends at SkyLife Elite. Consider using private charter flights for your next adventure. Yes, you can afford it. Make your own schedule. Fly direct. Drive your car to Craig Airport and get directly on the plane. SkyLife Elite can make that happen. Call 490-9332, go to flyskylife.com, and find them on social media. Fly SkyLife Elite, North Florida's premier private air charter.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Not just Monday, David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by your local Napa Auto Care Centers.
DG in the house, just realizing pregame means we go before the game for many hours. It's like, what time y'all going to get over to the stadium? We're like, well, we're on the air at 5 o'clock today. So
I was wondering if you're going to go tailgate.
Oh, no.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm in the studio 90 minutes before we go on the air, so I'll be over there by 3:30 this afternoon.
Okay, you guys still work before. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, like to get ready. I don't know if I call it grueling work or anything like that. It's a pleasure, a delight is what it is.
You don't go warm up on the field and get yourself ready for.
No, I don't do the me. All the different little things like
get a good lather before.
Yeah, like an anchor man. The little verbal tics that people go through.
Feet.
Yes, the arsonist. Oddly shaped feet. Or whatever. All right, got a few here on the text line before we get to some of the phone calls coming in. We'd like today to be kind of a celebration of Jaguar football, or at least in anticipation of what's going to happen on the field tonight. But you bring your thoughts, good, bad, or otherwise, to the table. Some of the ones coming in on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures took both days off, meaning today and tomorrow. # Jags are back. Love it. 5 hours of partying because the slab opens at 3 p.m. Love that as well. Bush Drive Rich, a frequent texter of ours, will not be seeing Bush Drive tomorrow. Duval for the first place Jags. Love that. Let's see here. Swing by the fairgrounds lot. Plenty of good food and drinks. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of great tailgating across the board. If it doesn't happen between where I park my car and the gate, I don't usually get to partake, but that's okay. We want you to enjoy. Gary is in town from Suffolk, Virginia. He said he's staying at the Host Hotel for the Bad Guys, and their fans remind him of some of the mayo-eating fans that we all know about. So apparently the Bengal fans can be just as obnoxious as Titans fans as well. Let's see. Somebody wants to get hooked up with tickets as well. That's when I stopped reading. Got nothing for you on that front. I do not have a pocket full of tickets waiting to be distributed. But good luck in your quest, nonetheless, to find
somebody be out there with them.
I'm sure there are. You don't see. Is it because I really don't know why this is? Is it because like everything's electronically transferred now? Like you don't see the I need tickets.
They do not
guys.
Want to see paper show up at the gate.
Right. But like for the people out there. Like, if you've got a Ticketmaster account, right, I could buy your tickets. You could transfer them to me, okay? But I don't see the people with the I need tickets signs like they used to be out there.
No more paper.
Is that because of the paper? But that's what I'm saying. Like, couldn't they do it electronically as well?
Yeah, but then you don't get your money right away. It takes a little while for it to come through kind of thing.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm. So it's like I couldn't say, hey, transfer me those tickets and I'll hand you this cash for that ticket.
You can?
I don't know. I'm just trying to wonder why it's like.
You can transfer tickets. Like if you had buddies and you're giving them their tickets, you can transfer them to them.
I always thought it was so interesting how it's supposed to be like this organic. Hey, I need tickets. Oh, you need tickets. Good thing you happen to have that laminated sign that was just sitting around on this day when you actually happen to need
organic.
tickets. Is it not?
I don't think so.
Oh, was I wrong about
that?
Yeah, I think you're wrong. I might have been wrong about that. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hope if you want to be there, you find a way. I'm sure there's tickets available on the secondary market. I just don't have any to give you. Let's go out to the lines, and if anything's going to get us fired up, other than perhaps Holiday, who would get you more fired up right out of the gates than our man Byron in Gainesville? Good morning to you, Byron. Duval! Now, we got a long day, Byron. I can't be losing my voice, but we're definitely going to give a little call and response. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys, and I noticed the wrong time, but, man, when I did come up to Jacksonville, you were busy, Mike, and I got to meet Tony, if you remember, doing the Tim Tebow, and I don't want to mention that coach name era. But, guys, that was because I'm a journalist. Yeah, Urban's a good guy, man. It was doing that. I was majoring in journalism, and I really, you guys are my idol, and David, you too. And guys, real quick, I'm gonna do this story, man. One of my favorite games was a preseason Atlanta game, and my friend from Duval named Harry Douglas was there, and I got to meet him after high school in the '70s. His son is now ESPN analyst, and I couldn't get to meet him that night because it was after the game. But one of my favorite games. And I say that to say I'm old now, 65, and I can't see. I would be there. It's an insult to the team. I can't drive at night, but I'm there in spirit, so I'll be in my house tailgating and watching them like a saber-toothed tiger, drinking me some Maxwell coffee so I can stay up that late. Because T-Law going to show up. Get ready, go Jag!
All right, Byron. Thank you, buddy. Byron's like, I don't want to be a menace out on the roadways, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home and do my thing.
That's smart.
And send you some energy. Hey, you know what? There are plenty of Jag fans that don't make the pilgrimage. We hope it's absolutely packed tonight and blacked out, as it will be. I've gotten some critique already because I wore teal this morning. That's fine. You know what? It's not game time yet, baby. I'll be participating in the blackout. Got this one on the text line coming in from South Carolina. Is anyone welcome at the Slab, or do you need to be a member of the Bold City Brigade? I do believe if you are supporting the Jacksonville Jaguars, you will be embraced at the Slab. Is my feeling, but I don't speak for the Slab. I don't speak for the Bold City Brigade. If somebody knows different, please
let us know.
Let me know. But I do believe that they are welcoming to out-of-towners, right? If you're here for the right reasons, which is to root on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So BCBers, let us know if that is in fact the case, but I do believe that is. Let's go back to Gainesville. Maybe Tony could give Byron a ride if Tony's coming over. I don't know, but Tony's on next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Tony.
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man? Listen, I'm telling you now, I don't care what nobody says. We finna win tonight, and we gonna do it in style, man. I find myself sometimes giving the media more life for criticizing our team. Let me break that down. I just kind of feel like a lot of things that they say, we react off of it. Man, listen, I don't care what they say, man. I'm a Jag, I'm a die Jag, and whether we win or lose, man, I'm going to ride with my team. That's what I want to say first. But on the defensive side, today, all I want to say before I take my question off the line is turn Trayvon and Josh loose. Don't give this man one series to be comfortable. First quarter to the end, give him the blues. That's all I want to say, fellas. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it, man. And hopefully they will, right? I mean, Jake Browning's not exactly got a wealth of quarterbacking experience, Dave. When you go in, you know, obviously the Jags pass rush has been better than Josh Allen's having the best season of his career. There's no question about it. But I think overall it's been probably a little bit better than most anticipated, even with the total volume. There's nobody matching Josh Allen, but that's okay. Most teams don't have two guys at that level. As a young QB in a situation like this, is Jake Browning looking to maybe just get a couple of easy completions off the bat? Is he looking to lean on Joe Mixon to get a couple of first downs? Like, what is going through his head, do you think, as Monday Night Football kicks off?
Yeah, exactly what you just said. He wants to be able to get a couple easy completions to start the game because that gives him the feeling of, okay, I can do this. You know, the stage is big, everybody's watching, but all I got to do is get the ball to my playmakers, and they'll help me out. And then, like you said, Joe Mixon, being able to hand the ball to him, being able to dump the ball down to him. especially early in the game. Let's keep the chains moving is what he's trying to think. But, not to give away my keys for victory or anything, but we definitely have to be on the attack, just like the caller said. We don't want him to feel like I can hang with these guys. We want him to think, man, they are blitzing from everywhere. They are coming from the concessions. I don't know who is hitting me, but everybody is hitting me on every play. And if we can provide some push up the middle on a guy who's not a very tall guy, he's more on the shorter side of being a quarterback. If he's got pressure in his face, making him move back in the pocket, that gives Josh Allen, Trayvon, more chances to swipe at him and get him down.
Look, the guy has had just a one start, but the numbers are not horrible for him, right?
He's got weapons.
In the activity he's played this year, he's played in parts of 3 games with one start and came in, obviously, in relief, cold off the bench for Burrow against Baltimore. In that Baltimore game, he threw a touchdown, didn't throw a pick. Overall, he's thrown for 295 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception, 27 out of 41, so that's 66% completion percentage. The raw numbers are not that terrible. It's just that, and he did it without T. Higgins. And Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are dangerous. So is Tyler Boyd. And any given play, you got to be aware of these guys. I think one of the big keys is you can't let them get the easy 6, right? You can't let them have the blown coverage, the busted assignment, the whatever leads to the 40-yard leak out where they can flip the field in 1 or 2 plays.
Yeah, we've got to make sure we wrap up tackle in open field because they're going to, do the tunnel screens. Those are the ways to get the ball out of his hands and let your playmakers go make plays. We got to watch out for the screen game with the running backs. These are all easy completions. Things when the moment is real big, you can help your quarterback out by not asking him to throw, a 25-yard deep out, those kind of things. So we've definitely got to apply the pressure, tackle when the ball is right there, and get off the field. Man, I feel like I'm giving
all the keys.
So many keys here.
Look, there are a lot of them. Okay, there are a lot of them. So you're allowed to go back to the well later on.
Thank you.
If you want to,
because I will.
All right, let's get Regina in Mandarin next up here on this hopefully victory money. Duval, Regina, what's up?
Good morning. I wanted to give the Jaguar Nation a shout-out to wear black. I'm wearing a black visor, black long shirt, black pants, black shoes, and I'm even bringing a black towel. I want those Bengal players to see nothing but black. Also, I wanted to ask David, what does he think our O-line stacks up to their D-line without Cam Robinson, and I'll take my answer off the floor. Go, Jags.
Thank you, Regina. Appreciate you. What
They
about
got Erickson, right? Over there on their D-line?
Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So he's a talented guy.
He is.
I could see Walker still doing a pretty good job against him, but, he makes plays. He's their Josh Allen, basically. They've got a pretty good D-line, but I feel like our offensive line has done a very good job this year, even with all the different combinations of O-linemen starting and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to still give the edge to us, not saying that, Trev won't have to move around, won't have to get himself out of some trouble at different times. He may get hit once or twice, but I think the way that we're going to come out, if we can come out with a somewhat fast start, take their wheel early in the game, then it'll be a little bit more easy sailing, hopefully, as the game goes on.
Well, that's the thing, too. They're going to come in here. I mean, look, this is a desperate team, right? And we all can sit here and go, they're not going anywhere with Jake Browning. They can't afford to think that way, right? They're looking at it like, hey, we can still make a playoff run. Our season would be salvaged somewhat by just getting into the postseason at this point in time. Plus, they're playing for pride. I mean, this is a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and a lot of the core of that team is still there. And granted, not having Joe Burrow makes them a lot less dangerous. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you're not going to get the A effort of the Cincinnati Bengals tonight.
We're not at the point in the season yet, David, where the teams that know there's no future for them as far as postseason or after a quarter going, all right. We just want to get through it. Don't get hurt. I don't want to have to go through rehab for the entire offseason. We're not at that point in the year yet. And from the Bengals' perspective, they have to be thinking, if we win tonight, we can still make something happen, right, in the AFC. That's the way that they have to approach it. I don't even think hitting them early is necessarily going to make them think, you know what, it's just not going to be our night. I don't think we're not at that point in the season yet for teams to be thinking or reacting that way to what's happening within games. They're going to give you their best shot for 4 quarters. I think the Jaguars are going to be more than ready for it, but you're going to get the Bengals' best shot, whatever the equivalent of that is, without Joe Burrow tonight on Monday Night Football.
Which is why I think you got to still come out early, hitting them defensively and offensively, because you can take people's will, especially if things just aren't going. They can't stay on the field on third down. Like you'll start seeing the effort, and maybe not just the effort, but there'll be frustration. Like, man, if we just had our guy, he's not doing what he's supposed. You want to just give them some doubt so that they can think, we're still trying hard, but you know what? I don't know if we have it tonight. That's what I'm saying. Yes, they're going to still continue to come at you and do their best, but not everybody over there will continue to do that if they don't feel like things are going their way.
All right, by the way, got immediate confirmation. Yes, all are welcome at the slab. So, go out and partake.
Come one, come all.
Come one, come all, and support the Jacksonville Jaguars wherever you are to get ready. Slab opens early today at 3 o'clock. Tailgaters open at like 4.
That's a long time tailgating, boy.
It's going to be a lot of time. Just pace yourself and make plans to get home.
There you
right?
go.
Make plans ahead of time. Somebody asked on the text line, is it too soon to have a breakfast beer? Hell no, it's not too soon to have a breakfast beer, as long as you got a plan around it, right?
Make sure you get a nap in.
Don't wear yourself out, right? It's a long day,
It's
right?
long.
Exactly. You can plan. If you got that nap scheduled for later on, get a good buzz, get a good nap, get up, start all over again, whatever you want to do.
Woo.
Just be safe about it and be full-throated in your support for the Jacksonville Jaguars tonight. So, again, your Chad and Sandy real estate question today, asking for your keys to victory for the Jags. You want to talk about that or just how excited you are for Monday Night Football to return to the bank and the First Coast? We'll get into all that as we continue to move towards kickoff tonight right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet, inviting you to ride in style with a brand new set of tires from my friends at Tire Outlet, who offer the best selection, the best quality, and, yes, the best prices so you can find the best tires for your vehicle. Whatever your needs are, they've got over 40 years of experience, 14 locations around the First Coast. Tire Outlet, the brand you can trust, not only with your vehicle's tires, but a lot more. You're going to get great deals on tires with the legendary price match guarantee, and also they have expert technicians on hand ready to do the maintenance and repairs necessary to keep your vehicle performing at its best. That's Tire Outlet, where you always get wholesale prices and premium service.
Jaguars Today Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Ratify Credit Union, your neighborhood credit union, from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios. The bright lights are back in Jax as the NFL spotlight shines on the first place Jags, and America gets a glimpse of the First Coast. Jaguars, Bengals, tonight at the bank. It's Monday Night Football on 1010XL.
Just like those little holiday snow globes, you better get ready to shake up the season because Toyotathon is on at Arlington Toyota. Right now at Arlington, get financing as low as 2.99% on 10 new Toyota models. And Arlington has more than 500 new Toyotas available, plus every new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty. Toyotathon is on at Arlington. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online 24/7 at arlingtontoyota.com.
Upgrade your home with a winning combination of style and performance with custom windows and patio doors. For a limited time, get $300 off every window and $825 off all patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, no interest for 1 year. Offer expires December 31st. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen. Proud to be the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Toilet or shower not draining? Water bill high? So many issues you want to cry? Call Mr. Rooter of Jacksonville. Have your number 2 business serviced by your number 1 plumber. Let us do your dirty work. Call us today.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
It's a military battle on the football field.
Football's greatest classic, the Army-Navy game.
Listen for Army-Navy moments. Here we go. Brought to you by Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters on 1010XL.
Hey, college students, this one's for you. With the new Jaguars College Pass, you can get exclusive ticketing offers all season long, from discounts to great last-minute deals. To join, simply sign up with your .edu email address. Registration is free, and you only pay for the offers you accept. So it's the perfect way to save and spend your Sundays at the bank. To join the Jaguars for the best games and biggest plays, visit jaguars.com/college pass today.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Bank in the 2023 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hunting season is here, so lock and load on that new rifle or shotgun at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Tons of great options with the best prices and no waiting this side of the ditch. Arm yourself with the best at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the Farah Safety Net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call Farah and Farah. It's what we built. Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows in $2.95.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air we always play fair. We make the difference 'cause we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The stage is set with the Jags playing for the #1 spot in the AFC tonight on primetime Monday Night Football. QB Trevor Lawrence spoke on taking every game one game at a time.
You know, if you want to talk about the #1 seed or whatever that is, we've put ourselves in a situation where that's attainable. You know, we're right there in the mix. So I think that's something that we're not oblivious to that fact. Obviously, we're taking it one game at a time, and you got to win one game at a time in order to get there. But we understand that's something that's reachable for us and that we can do.
Trevor Lawrence, courtesy of Jaguars.com. JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Bengals tonight. Let them do the driving with 5 locations and passes starting at $10 on the My JTA app. Learn more, visit JTAFLA.com. I'm Molly McDonald with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. David Garrard on Jaguars Today is brought to you by your local Napa Auto Care Centers on 1010XL.
All right, DG in the house on a Keys to Victory Monday. We've never done one of those with David. And all the time we've been doing, we haven't. So, new traditions getting underway. I have a feeling this won't be the last time Jags are on Monday Night Football in the near future.
Now, I used to be on Fridays, so I have done the Keys to Victory.
True, Keys to Victory Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
But
Right.
never Monday.
Monday, it's a special day.
Love it.
Hopefully, I don't know what we'll do tomorrow with the Reaction Tuesday on Check the Tape Tuesday.
Yeah, we've done Keys to Victory on Monday shows before. We've never done it on Jaguars Today. We haven't had Monday Night Football since Jaguars Today
Since
began.
we've been in
Because it was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we've been going now for, 11 years? Something like that? Is it 10? Is this our 10th?
I think it's 10.
Is it 10? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've lost
Still
track.
been a long time.
It hasn't been long enough to have covered a Monday night game. By the way, somebody brought this up, and I will mention it. This is what the Jags are requesting, that you're in your seat. If you're sitting in the bowl, they want you in your seat by 7:45 and have downloaded the Jags app on your phone, because they're going to do some kind of synced-up light show, right?
Love it.
You could participate if you have the app downloaded, and you can, I think, just tap the banner at the top of the app, and it's going to help sync up your phone. But if you go to the Jags website, jaguars.com, they've got step-by-step instructions if you want to participate in that. And if you do, you're going to have to be in your seat about 30 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah.
Since you're all drinking now, should be no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be no problem.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to participate? I mean, they've never had anything like that.
One more cocktail, Tony.
Right?
You know,
I mean, come on.
I think that's probably the reason. I don't even know if it's a reason of why. It may be one of those, what time do we have to be at our seat? It's 7:30. We're on the other side of the stadium.
Got to start making your way in early.
Hope we make it there.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I think it's more that than,
for sure.
Any desire not to participate in it.
I mean, they used to do like the cat call or whatever they called it, right? They would have that sound that would come and be like, it's time to go in the stadium, right? Like, even
they
when
used to have a cat call?
They did. It was like, I forget what time they would do it. It was like 30, 45 minutes before the game. It's like, if you're still drinking, it's time to head into the stadium. The game will still be kicking off at 1, right? Like that kind of thing. They used to have that kind of thing in the parking lot. I'm sure they could figure something out similar with this.
You know, late arriving crowd. Dave. That's what you always describe it as a sportscaster when there are a bunch of empty seats early on. It's a late arriving crowd just filing in.
We're going to show up. We're going to show up for it.
Oh, I think so. I think it's going to be fantastic. I mean, really, somebody had the I saw Doom retweeted it. That's what got it on my radar. But somebody put out the graphic last week about percentage of potential attendance and seats filled. Like the Jags are like 4th in the league in terms of filling like 102% of the available capacity this year. So, you know, this whole narrative that
it ain't the fans, baby.
That Duval will not support. Well, put it this way: there should be no narrative that Duval won't support winning football.
Mm-hmm.
That's never been an issue with this team, and they're winning now, and you'll see. And hopefully, the team shows up and gives us a performance that we think they're capable of tonight. You know, I think they will. We might as well hit a couple of keys. Like, I think one of the things, as I mentioned earlier, is can't give up the fluke play. Right, Cincinnati. I don't think there's much of a chance that Cincinnati can drive their way downfield 10, 12-play drives consistently throughout this game, the way this Jags defense is playing with Jake Browning at quarterback.
Yeah, that's why I said we got to make our tackles. Open field tackles, anywhere tackles, but you got to make the tackles because they've got guys that, you know, if they break one tackle and everybody's not rallying to the ball, they're gone.
Let me ask you this. I know you're an offensive guy, obviously, being a quarterback, but you've been in plenty of meetings. You break down defenses. You know how they think. And so if you're the Jags and you've got a guy that you think, I don't think he can beat us if we make him go 10, 12 plays every single time, right? I just don't think he can execute at that high a level, or he's going to have to show us something that we haven't seen out of him. How do you balance that with, like, caller earlier? Hey, let's heat them up. Obviously, look, Josh Allen, when he's in a pass rush, he's going to try to heat him up no matter what. But are you more conservative about sending pressure, like sending an extra guy, because you're afraid if they do pick it up, they can hit that big play, and that's really maybe the only formula for them to win that football game? How do you balance that?
So I'd rather play more coverage and let our front four go get after him than sending a bunch of people, because that's how, if they pick it up and he has a good throw, one guy catches it and there's nobody else back there other than the guy that's covering him, that's where they can make those big plays. So you want to disguise, you want to make him have to think a lot, allowing your rush to get to him, because if he can get more coverage sacks, then that will rattle him more, because he doesn't feel like, well, I can't get the ball out of my hands fast, or I got to dump it down. Let him dump it down and we'll rally to the ball. But trying to send a bunch of exotic pressures and heat him up that way, that's not what I would want to do to a young guy or a guy that is not your starter, pretty much.
Everybody thinks Travis Etienne is going to play tonight, right? I mean, I have no reason to think he's not, although he's been limited in practice all week. Tyson Campbell also limited this week, and they've gotten used to some degree playing without Tyson Campbell. He's still the best that they have. Look, Darius Williams having a great year, right? But if you're picking sides, like Tyson Campbell is going to be one of the first defensive players you choose, who is more critical to have out there tonight? They're both limited in each of the Jags' last three practices.
Well, I mean, I think with Campbell, what's his injury?
He's a hammy.
That's the one that I would be more cautious about, because if you come back too soon and it just lingers. We've all seen that around the league. Travis, I think it's probably his is more, how much pain tolerance, that kind of stuff. So I would be okay with seeing him get out there and test the waters. And, if it acts up, he can always, back off and take less plays. But I don't want Campbell to come out there and retweak it or anything like that. If he's good at 100%, let him play. But if he's not, we don't need to force him out there.
We've all heard over and over by now they haven't played a Monday Night Football game since 2011, right, David? You got to be part of teams with the Jags that the last time they had any kind of, period of time where they weren't playing in these kind of primetime games were basically coming out of 99. They had a couple, in 2000, 2001, I think was the last before you got here.
Yeah.
Right? And then you guys achieved what you did in 05. You had a couple in 06. What was the feeling like? I think the Steelers were the first of the Monday night games that year, but what was the feeling like getting ready for that game, being in the city, and they hadn't had that kind of opportunity for 5 years at that point? We're talking obviously 12, getting ready for the one tonight, but what was that locker room like getting ready for Monday Night Football?
Yeah, the one that really sticks out to me was Tom Coughlin's first time back, and I actually got the start for that game, New York Giants, Monday night, and it's just different. It's electric. You've been sitting at the hotel going over game stuff and talking and resting, and you're just amped up because everybody in the league, everybody around the country that watches NFL football, that watches Monday night, they're coming to see, they're tuning in. Monday night, used to be like that's what you wanted. That was the primetime game. That was the game you wanted. And so you look forward to it. And they do so much extra stuff, like with the lighting and, the app stuff. Like, all that stuff is super cool. And the players love it because they're still young guys that, grew up watching football and watching Monday night. They know how exciting it is. So there is a lot of excitement to it. That's why it's always built up. So they're going to be just as excited as the fans are, especially, like I said, if they come out, start fast. Don't come out and start slow, a couple 3-and-outs, that kind of stuff, because then you take all that build-up and you take a little bit of the wind out of the sails for your home squad.
So beyond the fact that they should be fired up because of where they stand and all this, there are plenty of reasons. But everybody, even professional athletes, sometimes need that extra motivation, right, to play at that fever pitch. But how much do you think, if you put yourself in their position right now, would there be talk today like, hey, guys, you realize what happened last night? Like, we are in control. Like, does Doug Peterson, is that a point of emphasis? I mean, it doesn't help you beat the Bengals, right? But it does put you in the mindset of, hey, if we don't slip up, everything we want is possible in terms of making everybody come to our place throughout the postseason. So how much would that factor in as a professional athlete to know all of a sudden you're in a position now where if you went out, nobody else can overtake you in the AFC standings?
Well, I mean, you guys know how athletes are, how coaches are. It's always about that one game, and they'll mention that and they'll say, everything is right there in front of us, but it's all about tonight. Because if we go out here and lay an egg and we lose this game, then we've squandered any of that stuff. So we don't make a big deal about, first place and all that kind of stuff. It's let's get this win tonight and let all that stuff happen the way it's going to happen. That's just how athletes and coaches, it's how they think. They stay in the moment. They don't look down the road, that kind of stuff. It's because you start losing sight of what's right in front of you. And if you just win the games you're supposed to win and do your job, then all that stuff will take care of itself.
I think that's the right way to approach it.
Yeah.
Right, from a player and a coach. Do y'all actually take that to heart? Or are you thinking about all those things?
Yeah, no.
Hey, bro, you see, hey, we went out. We're the number one seed, right?
You definitely know it in the back of your mind, but I promise you've been trained since your days in college, even in high school. Every coach does it. So it's ingrained in you to think about the right now because you don't want to start thinking about these lofty things and what can happen and all that kind of stuff. But you just think, if we just win today and win the moment now, all that stuff will take. And it's just preached so much. So most of them are thinking that way, but with a little bit of looking towards the future. I tell you guys, when I played, we wouldn't even know who the next couple games were, who we played. It was always about the next opponent because we can't do anything 2 weeks down the road. I mean, there's, your primetime games. That's what players know. Mm-hmm. But they don't always know that it's this team or that team. They're just thinking, right here, right now, let's just stay focused.
Well, let's hope that's the case, and because I do believe that they have a focused effort tonight. I find it hard to believe the Cincinnati Bengals are going to make this Jaguar fan base upset as they're leaving the stadium. That's my feeling. How do you feel about it? 641-1010 is the number if you want to get in and let us know how you're feeling here on game day for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Kickoff a little over 9 hours away, maybe about 9.5 hours from now, just under that, and you got plenty of time to get prepared. We'll have you prepared all day with nothing but nonstop Jaguar talk here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hour 2 coming up. We will take a quick look around the rest of the National Football League. Apparently, the referees have an impact on games that don't involve the Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. Surprise, surprise, how that can go. So we'll look back on the weekend that was and how it impacts the Jags, obviously setting them up to now control what happens to them standings-wise, control to the point that they still have to go out there and win football games, and the other teams, their opponents, are going to have some say in that. But it begins tonight here at Everbank Stadium. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark here with you. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Pella Windows and Doors. You know how I feel about those guys. Great design, the strongest warranties in the business, the highest quality products. It's why I chose Pella Windows for my own home, and man, was I glad. And whether you're a homeowner replacing windows or maybe building a new home or maybe a trade professional working with clients, I know that the design experts at Pella can help your project run smoothly and look great just like they did for me. So visit PellaJacks.com or go to the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway, and don't mess with anybody but the best. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
Jaguars Today Monday
on 1010XL
is brought to you by Ratify Credit Union, your neighborhood credit union from the JOI Studios. Quarterbacking can be complicated. Denny Thompson simplifies it for us.
Yeah, I want to tell you what's really happening at the quarterback position.
Friday mornings on The Drill, brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security,
Register Sausage,
and George Moore Chevrolet on 1010XL.
Did you know the new 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid has an onboard system that charges the battery so you never have to plug it in? When you think Honda, you think quality, value, safety. Now think hybrid. Visit your local Honda dealer and experience the car of tomorrow today.
More than qualified to handle your roof. Call J&M and we'll show you the proof. Check with our customers and they all say only one way to go, the J&M way. We
take pride in doing quality work at a fair price. And you can finance your new roof for as low as $139 per month. J&M Roofing, under the umbrella. Call 904-337-0509.
License number CCC 1331951.
It's a fact. Cold weather kills car batteries. Make sure your battery is strong enough to withstand another winter. Have it tested for free at Batteries Plus. Need a replacement? We have plenty of options available from the industry's top brands. Plus, free battery installation in most vehicle makes and models. Or upgrade to Premier installation for added protection. You'll also find jump starters, windshield wiper blades, and other winter auto essentials at your nearest location. Or online at batteriesplus.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
The holidays are around the corner, and the last thing you want is a septic emergency. Call Duck Tech Rooter and schedule your septic tank pump out or full system inspection. 904-862-6769. That's 904-862-6769.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Do you have unused funds in your HSA or FSA accounts? Why not put those pre-tax dollars to its best use, your health? Awaken 180 is an approved expense for HSA and FSA plans thanks to the recognized health and medical benefits that Awaken 180 delivers. And remember, those unused dollars might vanish at year's end. So let's make those extra pounds disappear instead. You might be thinking, wait until after the holidays to start Awaken 180. But here's a thought. The program is designed for real life, holidays included. With Awaken 180, you can enjoy celebrations, cocktails, and even those holiday feasts, all while losing weight. Don't wait for the new year to make a change. Use your HSA or FSA funds now for something truly impactful, your health. Start now and step into the new year with more life in your life. Call the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, at 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Are you suffering from shoulder pain? If you have clicking and popping in the shoulder joint, persistent pain that intensifies with use, an inability to lift your arm over your head, or a tingling, burning sensation in the shoulder, elbow, or wrist, waiting to see a doctor could make your injury worse. Baptist Health and Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute have innovative and effective treatment options available right now to relieve your pain and restore your mobility. Don't wait. Call 904-JOI-2000.
Committed to the team. Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. So our policies have no fine print and no military service restrictions. We don't work on commission. We're nonprofit, so we pass the savings along to our members. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org. Navy Mutual, insuring those who serve.
Visionaries, builders, and doers, are you ready to change the world? Miller Electric is your opportunity to shape the future. Miller Electric is leading the charge in electric vehicle technology with our state-of-the-art EV Innovation Design Center. We're working to create a sustainable future. We're also the proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, powering their performance at the brand new Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric, we provide competitive pay, unbeatable benefits. Apply today. MillerCareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Here's your 1010XL local sports update sponsored by General RV. As a result of being left out of the CFP, the head coach Mike Norvell to issue a statement that read in part, "I'm disgusted and infuriated with the committee's decision today to have what was earned on the field taken away. FSU will play Georgia in the Orange Bowl." While the Seminole Nation continues to have the blues following FSU being left out of the college football playoff, the team that the Noles will face in the Orange Bowl is Georgia. Their head coach summed it up.
It's not the most deserving. Simply, it's the best 4 teams.
5 Jacksonville area teams were still in the hunt for spots in the Florida High School Athletic Association state championships going into Friday night's semifinal round. Coming out, only 2 remain as St. Augustine and Mandarin were victorious on Friday and will advance to the state championship games in Tallahassee. At your 1010XL local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
At 11 o'clock, it's 72 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville, he's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by your local Napa Auto Care Centers.
All right, DJ, I don't know. Did you watch Sunday Night Football last night?
Some of it.
Some of it. All right. Did you notice that Taylor Swift was there? Again?
I heard.
Okay. Do you think the NFL has benefited from the association of Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift?
I have not benefited from it.
You have not. Okay. Do you think the league has benefited from it?
I'm sure they have because they have different eyeballs that normally aren't watching the game, watching it. But I'm over it. I was over it the first time she
totally
was
understand.
on there.
So, right. I'm not like I don't care. I couldn't name you a Taylor Swift song, right? But
I like Tay-Tay now.
I don't know anything.
Just don't need her all over my football screen.
That's fine. But do you think that there are a lot of 15-year-old girls who may be tuning into Sunday Night Football to see if they catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift?
I already know it because I have those females in my life, and I know how much now they love Travis Kelce. And I said, oh, I know Travis Kelce.
And you're big into fantasy now, girls.
Oh, my gosh. They said, this is what they said. You know Travis Kelce? That makes me one more step closer to knowing Taylor Swift. And I'm like, I don't think
Not really.
I don't think it works like that.
But that's okay. Point being,
yeah,
the NFL is not tired of the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I mean, like Patrick Mahomes, still wildly popular.
Yeah.
The Kelce Swift thing has been this big B-plot storyline all season, right? They're the reigning Super Bowl champs, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't think the NFL's out to get the Kansas City Chiefs at this point, right? That game last night, and I don't think it went both ways.
I did see all those plays.
Right?
Though.
Like, for everyone sitting there going, the refs are out to get the Jags, or the refs are out to get this team, or it's the refs on this, the refs on that. Last night.
That last drive, my
Just
goodness.
the last drive.
Yeah.
Just the last drive. Mahomes is inbounds, running right to the point
I
where
don't even
there's first
understand
down.
how that was a.
He's not even out of bounds at all.
Yeah.
Gets hit inbounds, unnecessary roughness.
That made no sense.
Shouldn't have been a flag, and the clock should have been running because he knocked him out of bounds backwards.
Yeah.
Correct. But even if you give him the clock stoppage, fine. But 15 yards.
And it's not the last time they messed up that clock stoppage call.
No.
Did he lead with his helmet or anything?
No. It was like a shoulder. It was a hard hit. Mahomes is running.
Yeah.
He hasn't stepped out. He's not sliding. He is fighting for a first down. And he's a runner outside the pocket.
That makes no sense.
Right? Not at all. Right? No sense whatsoever. So that happens. Then you could argue, like, I get the Rashee Rice was down.
Yeah.
And he fumbled it, and they returned it because that's what they're telling the refs to do. Let the play out.
Yeah, I love that part.
Replay, because some are complaining, well, how'd they blow that call? Because that's what they're kind of instructed to do, to let that go. So I didn't have an issue with that. It was clear that his butt cheek was on the ground.
Yep.
No fumble. And they rectified that. So that's not a big deal. So
bye-bye, Isaiah.
After that play, Isaiah Pacheco throws a left hook.
Yeah.
Right? Gets tossed from the game. No 10-second runoff against the Chiefs.
Yep.
Right? No, there's no timeouts. You're under 2 minutes. That's 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Penalty.
I couldn't believe that there was no runoff, and why isn't the clock running? Like, when they set it ready for play, why isn't the clock running?
Correct.
They didn't start the clock back up.
No.
Right? So the next play, Mahomes goes deep to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who goes, defensive back goes for a ride.
Literally riding on his back.
And they said he did not materially interfere with his ability to catch the ball. That's what they said after the game, with a chance to think about it.
Kind of hard to go up for the ball when the guy is laying on your back.
Yes. So then he hits MVS. Mahomes hits MVS on a little out route, and he gets driven backwards in the field of play by about 1.5 yards and then steps out of bounds. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. He's out of bounds. When you get driven backwards in the field of play, your forward progress, keep rolling the clock. But I really felt like the ref at that point was like, I'm not going to make this. I really felt like that was influenced by the circumstance of the game. That's what I felt. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's the impression I got. So And then on the final play of the game, you're never going to get this, but Kelsey did get 2 hands shoved in the back on the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
You're just never going
to get
You're
that
never
call.
going to get that. And on the Hail Mary, you're not going to get pass interference setting you up at the 1-yard line. But, I mean, that's just one drive in the game where you presume Sunday Night Football, they probably got all the camera angles, all the referee, the top referee crews, all this stuff. So do I think they're out to get the Chiefs and or the Packers? I don't think they're out to get either one of them. I think that we're seeing abysmally ineffective refereeing happen this year. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah.
So
look, it happens. These
It
are
does.
humans.
Yeah.
They make mistakes. It happened that they made mistakes that could have cost either team the football game last night, right?
I mean, they alternately wanted Green Bay to win, then they wanted Kansas City to win. I mean, what are we doing? I mean,
kept flip-flopping.
What's your narrative? Pick a narrative and pick a lane.
And when it happens, it's not because they're out to get you. It's because they missed the call.
Yeah, it's called human error.
Yeah.
Now, in the end, if they miss all the calls in Green Bay's favor, I'm happy because I don't care if the Kansas City Chiefs get screwed. I don't, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, there are plenty of instances. We all understand Miles Jack wasn't down, but every fan base can probably point to the historical examples where they feel they've gotten screwed by the referees, and so be it. It is what
Saints
it is.
might be the worst one
That was
of
terrible.
all time.
Right, the guy tackled.
I mean, literally plowed into him. The ball's right there.
And at that point in the game, it's like everyone's like, well, I'm not of the, well, it happened early, you had time to overcome it. It still happened.
Yeah.
It still might have taken away points, but when it happens that late and there's no
And that
chance
egregious.
to
I mean,
come back
gosh
from
almighty.
it. Yeah. So, anyway, if you want to get in, 641-1010, we'll go around the league coming up in a minute. We've got Keys to Victory Roundtable on the way, as well as the Jags get ready to take on Cincinnati tonight with their playoff seeding in their hands. Win out, and you'll be the number 1 seed. Maybe even lose a game, and you'll be the number 1 seed. By the way, Kansas City plays Buffalo next week. Let's go Bills Mafia, right? We'll take care of the We got to take care of the Ravens head-to-head. That's a huge one. Got to take care of the business tonight is where it begins, and then the Browns, and one at a time. But nice to know that they're in that position. Let's get Rob and McClenny next up here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Rob.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
I had a quick question, maybe more importantly for Dave. The security guard on the sidelines for Philly last night, do all NFL teams have their own private security guy? And this guy just seemed like some Philly mafia connection. I don't know, but do most NFL teams have a security guard that close present on the sidelines? Thanks. I'll take it off the air.
Thank you.
Yeah, they do. And they're, usually geared for the head coach. He makes sure everything is taken care of for the head coach. But then they also plot when we're going on an away trip. They set the caravan for the police escort. They do all those things. They make sure the hotel has adequate security there and all those kind of things. But they're really the right-hand person of the head coach. When he's moving around, they're right there with him all the time.
And the reason you probably don't know that to 100% assurance, Rob, is that they don't usually get involved in what goes down on the sideline.
Not at all. Skip Richardson is not going to be out there trying to muscle
Right.
guys.
He's got, like you said, they're going to take care of the coach. Like, as the coach running off the field, you see a security guy in his hip pocket.
Yes.
Right, at every level of college, pro football, and they're trying to avoid that guy running up,
Some
that
crazy fan or anybody.
What they're not trying to do is break up a skirmish between players on their own team, in between teams, whatever the case may
and
be.
he's on the field, basically putting his hands trying to, separate the guys. But that's not what he is there for. He should not be doing that.
No, just right. Let the
stay back. Let somebody else come over there. An actual coach maybe come over.
Or the refs.
Or the refs.
That's whose job it is to separate those guys. And I'm not even mad at the guy. I don't think he tried to do anything malicious or anything like that. But he's, getting tossed out of the game was the right thing last night. And they're acting like he was a martyr and a hero, and he's walking out. He's the most popular man in Philadelphia.
He got one of their better players out of the game, too. So
right, well, he did. He did help get Greenlaw thrown out of the game. But, I don't know if anybody's all that popular in Philadelphia after last night. By the way, San Francisco. Whew.
I know.
I mean, when they turn it up, they beat the Jags down. They beat the Eagles down. They beat the Cowboys down. Those are three. I mean, who are the premier teams in the National Football League? If they're not three of the top 8,
yeah.
I mean.
I was looking at You know, we talked about it when the Jags were getting ready to play and both teams coming off the bye. They were going to get all their weapons back, right? They had been without their guys for a few weeks, without Trent, without Debo, right? Those guys hadn't been in the lineup for a couple of weeks. Well, they were scoring 17, 17, 17. You go look at what they've done with those guys just on the field, right? They're averaging almost 34 points a game with those guys on the field. The 49ers are pretty clearly the best team in football when they're healthy.
When they have their guys.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a little Keys to Victory roundtable. You can get yours in any fashion you like on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, on social media. Hit us up on the phone lines, on the All Pro Roofing phone lines at 641-1010, the YouTube chat, or just think about it really, really hard. Or yell out the window as you drive by here on Hogan Road, and I'm sure it will get to us one way or the other. Jags hosting the Bengals. Monday Night Football kickoff in just about 9 hours. Use that time wisely, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully we'll have the Jags alone at the top of the AFC playoff picture at the end of the night. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark. Keys to Victory roundtable straight ahead on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today Monday
on 1010XL
is brought to you by Ratify Credit Union, your neighborhood credit union.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
JOI, where the pros go. On the field, he brought the boom.
I'll always be a linebacker at heart.
He brings that attitude to the microphone.
I'm Jaguars Today's middle linebacker, Kyle McMahon.
Friday from 10 to noon. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Jason with Bueller Air Conditioning. Why do we love to go to that awesome grocery store where shopping is a pleasure? Why do we choose that amazing chicken sandwich where the service is fast and friendly and it's always their pleasure? You see, those brands are a promise. Here at Bueller Air, our team is committed to serving the customer and delivering that same kind of brand promise. Our mission is to be the most trusted brand with friendly and professional service every single time. Give us a call today or visit BuellerAir.com.
There's something special about Napa Auto Care Centers. They're backed by the national power of Napa and a 24-month, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty. But more importantly, your Napa Auto Care Center is locally owned and operated by a strict written code of ethics. Put your vehicle in the hands of ASE-certified technicians you can trust. Find us at jacksnapaautocare.com. David Garrard Mondays on Jaguars Today are brought to you by Auto Fix for Less and Beauclair Express.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 2,000 vehicles this December. How? I've instructed my team to take all reasonable offers. We won't lose your business over price. We have thousands of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the ground and priced to sell. We guarantee the most money for your trade and the easiest car buying experience ever. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. At Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 46th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Open 7 days a week in December.
Fish are good at hiding. Captain Kevin can help you find them.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss on 1010XL AM.
Wood floors should make your home look cozy and inviting. But old worn-out floors can look kinda, Let Renew Solutions give your floors a stunning makeover. For a no-obligation appointment, visit renewjacksfloors.com.
Salvatore's Pizza coming to Jacksonville. Salvatores.com.
The year is almost over. Do you need cash for the holidays or want to be credit card debt-free for the new year? Call Loan Pronto today. Their Express Equity line of credit can get you $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 in as little as 5 days. Listen, if you have a ton of equity in your house and Loan Pronto can help you turn that equity into cash, you can access up to 95% of your home's value. Use the money to pay off all your credit cards, pay off personal loans, or start that home improvement project. You can get the money you need now and still keep your primary mortgage intact, so your 3% rate it's protected. And with Loan Pronto's Express Equity Line program, 90% of the time, there's no need for an appraisal. So you can get your money super fast. Get the holiday cash you need or pay off all those credit cards before the new year. Get yourself on solid financial footing before the year ends and call Loan Pronto now. 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal Housing Lender, NLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Hey, hon, our new True Flame Grill from CSS is installed and ready to go.
I still can't believe what a great deal we got from CSS. They're always so good to us.
Well, they said the new True Flame Grills redefine value for premium craftsmanship. I mean, look at this thing. Multiple heat zone separators, stainless steel to withstand the weather.
A lifetime warranty and cool lighting so we can grill at night.
Okay, let's get cooking.
True Flame Grills. See them today at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Hayes Carline here. Rediscover the joy of hearing. Dr. Douglas Green and their expert team is offering a Here for the Holidays discount off hearing aids in December. Near the town center, visit Jacksonville Hearing and Balance or jhbi.org.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Are you trying to sell your home here around the holidays and you think you may have problems? Can I just send you forward, spoiler alert? Call Chad and Sandy today or go to chadandsandy.com, 904-414-6200. Why do I skip ahead? Because any problem you think you have, they have the promise and a solution. It's pretty simple. Doesn't this about cover it for you? They will sell your home, Chad and Sandy, at a price that you agree upon, or they will buy it. That's right. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Perhaps you're worried about settling for less money with a lowball instant offer. Well, that promise takes care of that, doesn't it? Just listen to Tanya from Magnolia Glen. I had moved out of state to South Carolina. I was desperate. Not one, but two realtors failed to sell my home in 160 days. Chad and Sandy sold it in 5 days. Go to chadandsandy.com or call 904-414-6200. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la.
This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Jaguars Today on 1010XL with David Garrard. Brought to you by your local Napa Auto Care Centers.
All right, the best laid plans, right? Get blown up by a big fat bowl of chili. I mean, they do sometimes. Somebody puts down a 13 sausage habanero chili over jasmine rice. You're probably going to eat that no matter what your plans were leading up to that moment.
That sounded delicious, too.
That is what I'm rumored
to
hear. That here it comes. Fan cam. To make sure you're on the YouTube chat right now.
Yes, please.
Watching in video form. Fan cam's got
Thank
his,
you,
sir.
That's the hat DG9. He just doesn't have the camera on.
Is there
it
jasmine
anymore.
rice in this, man, or are we just getting chili today? We're just straight chili. No jasmine rice.
It's all right. Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Towels,
radio professional, close that door and then come sit down, all right? And this guy is rolling in here. No jasmine rice. I'm sorry I set that up. Maybe I set the bar too high for you, DG. I apologize. But Cam was apparently listening somewhere out in the Ponte Vedra area or the Jacks Beach area and made the trip across the ditch. Did you make a special trip just to bring us some chili?
I did.
Lean into that microphone like a radio professional that you are right there.
I did. In fact, I heard you talking about what everybody's going to be having tonight, and the advantage of having chili at the tailgate is I make it the day before. So I'm like, why not swing by with these guys, drop off a bowl of tailgate chili, a little extra karma. The millions out there listening are going to
Now, how many will you feed tonight?
We have about 15 to 20 people that are at our tailgate typically.
Okay.
And a few friends come by from time to time.
Passers-by drop in occasionally.
Well, we got a nice stock pot of chili, and I was thinking, why not come by and drop off a round for you guys? You've been so supportive of the tailgate chili breakfast all the year, so Let's do it for Monday Night Football. We paid
Love
our
it.
dues for a lot of years in this town, and the Duval community really needs a game like this. I hope the guys come out and play well. It could be a heck of a statement for the organization, for the city, and for a lot of these guys on the field.
So what is it? Is this like the Roman Legionnaires helmet version of the Jaguar? What exactly do we
I think
have?
FT's got this one wired. This is Gimli's helm from Lord of the Rings.
Is that what it
Started wearing it 20 years ago.
Oh.
I used to teach fumble recovery drills for the kids, dive on the rocks and glass, and it kind of protected the dome, and it ended up being a game day tradition.
I don't know if he's telling the truth about
I was
any
like
of
rocks
this.
and glass.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. You've never had the training camp chili before, though, Dave?
No.
Fan camp, first day of training camp comes out, and he does bring the rice for that one. Nice little bed of rice, same chili, 13 sausage chili. It's been a staple for years and years and years.
Yep, every training camp since day one. They came back from Stevens Point. We've been serving opening day of training camp free chili for fans, media. Thanks for the support, guys.
It's not too hot of a day to. I guess
Well, that was the point, Dave. Is that they're out there on the field in August heat, busting butt. You guys,
Yeah.
And the way we could show that we're ready to rock on day one is out there with habanero chili.
Oh, I
While
love
you
it.
guys are in the heat, we're pounding the chili, and so
everybody's sweating.
Makes sense.
In '96, Tom came back on Coughlin time. They started about 7:40. And Tom comes around about 7:30 inside the fence, and I'm there to offer him a bowl of chili, and we've been doing it ever since.
Oh, I love it.
Is this a game-used jersey right here?
Yeah, this is my Freddie T autographed jersey.
Okay.
I break it out for special occasions, and what's more of a special occasion than hanging
I was
out
going to
with
say
you
the
guys.
2.8 looks like it's been diving on a little glass and
yes,
some
it
other
does.
stuff. That's right. It's been through. It's legit. Is my point. We don't want some pristine, fresh, right off the rack.
I don't
clothing.
do voodoo in this one. In the old days.
Okay.
We used to do a pregame voodoo ceremony as well.
Oh, my
where we'd
goodness.
burn an incarnation of the opponent. Sometimes, 50, until you've seen an 88-year-old grandmother chanting voodoo, voodoo, you never really lived.
What honestly put an end to that? Like fire marshal or
No, I just got a little older and literally
decided no longer burning people in effigy was
there was diving through the fire was part of the ceremony, and the rocks and glass is not much hyperbole. There was some rough ground under those tailgate parking lots.
Understood. Where do you hold court tonight?
We're all about 6 or 7 parking spaces in the very back of the Tailgate Bar and Grill on the northeast corner of the stadium. We've been there since they closed parking lot R for the renovations, the baseball field, et cetera.
Okay, see, we love all parking lots, as long as they're filled with passionate Jag fans.
Oh,
right?
yeah. It's going to be nuts.
Like, I don't need to see the social media bickering between the slab and the fairgrounds that I see going on today. They're all fans of the same team. Let's all pull together. Cam, what are you expecting tonight out of your Jaguars?
I really expect the trend to continue and the progression toward the playoffs to move along at warp speed at this point. I'd like to see Trevor continuing to throw the ball down the field. I think when a couple games ago, we didn't get a target for Kirk and Ridley, not counting Ridley's pass. I mean Kirk's pass. We didn't target either of those guys till midway in the second quarter, and I think that's like shooting yourself in the foot. You got weapons like that, you're going to get the linebackers and safeties creeping up unless you strike downfield a few times. It changes the mindset of the second and third tier of the defense dramatically just to take those shots. And when you got real estate agents and librarians flying in on the weekend to call these games, as you guys were talking about earlier, you got to go downfield. The pass interference is a coin flip to these guys. You got a 68-year-old guy puffing down the field trying to keep up with world-class athletes. He doesn't see clearly what happens at the point of contact, and so take advantage of that. You got one-on-one downfield, get the ball in the air and let your receiver use the advantage he has to make a play on the ball, and if not, draw a penalty.
All right. Is this the official game day jersey for tonight, or do you got a wardrobe change?
No,
you're good to go.
You guys are looking great. Mike's over here in his Hawaii
It's
bright colors.
You may recognize this as teal, which is the Jaguars' primary color. Are we at the game? Are we at the stadium?
No, but we're blacking out here. We're setting the tempo early. Well, I hope you guys enjoy.
I got to get
chili.
a nap in, man. I don't want to get my my black ensemble all wrinkled up. I want to be ready to go.
Well, this is game day all the way to the helmet. I figured I'd do it right. If I'm dropping off game day chili, I ought to look like I'm going to the game. So,
Love it. Well, thank you.
We appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys and everything you do for the community and the team, and David, all the years of busting your butt out there for us.
Thank you, sir.
I was going to say, bro, this probably would go well with like a bed of rice or something. But other than that, I mean, it's fine. Other than that,
what a tough crowd.
It's honestly going to be just fine. It'll be just fine. Now, Fan Cam, we love you, brother. Appreciate you stopping by and lending a little cheer. How about a little Duval on the way out the door?
For all that is jest in this life and the next. 1, 2, 3. Duval! And drainage too.
Very nice. Very nice. Some people hate the countdown, by the way. They don't.
Well, it's a tribute. And I threw you guys
sync
off
it up.
last time.
Yeah, we gotta make sure
last
we're
time
all
I did the hot dog guy thing,
Yes.
And it kind of threw off the timing of everything. So I think in honor of Doug and his commitment to the Duvals with the club, I figure from now on when I do it with you guys, I'll be doing the 1, 2, 3.
All right, I love it, man. We have no issue with it. So what's your number one key that you haven't discussed for the Jags? Steal one from Garrard.
Pressure the inexperienced quarterback.
Okay.
Let's get some mistakes. Let's win the turnover battle, and let's put this baby away early. What do you say?
Let's do it, right? Let's not give the refs a chance to dictate any of the outcome.
Go back to your librarian job.
Right, or I think there are probably not too many librarians doing it, but sure.
They used to publish literally
they did.
the occupations of all the referees with their number
I
and
always
everything.
thought it was like Wall Street types and bankers.
I put out a newsletter in the heyday years, and one of the issues had a listing for the fans of a pullout where what everybody's job was. So when the refs came down, they screw up a call and they're down in the end zone. The fans would know what to,
You could tell them what job to go back to.
Go back to your real estate job, would you? And those were the days.
Cam, you're the best, buddy.
Take care, guys.
We appreciate the chili. Thank you for making everybody else in the building jealous. I don't know how much you brought, but I'm not sharing mine. So
just for you guys. Apologies to Joe and me and the crew.
Nah. We all understand the pecking order around these parts. All right, Cam, what's your score prediction tonight?
37-13. Jaguars.
Jags on top.
There you go.
Love it. All right. You're welcome to hang out, by the way. Not kicking you out.
No, in fact, I've already intruded more than I intended. I thought it would be a good karma thing to drop off some of the pregame show. The first 4 years we did the chili breakfast was 96 through 99.
It's pretty good years.
Yep.
From what I hear.
We got a little karma with it, and you guys are spreading it around town. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Number 1 seed on the line. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Amen.
Amen. All right, there he goes. Fan Cam with a little in-studio visit, and hopefully you took advantage of the YouTube chat and stream so you could see his game day ensemble ready to go, shaming me once again for not being in black early enough in the day. I'll get there. Trust me. By 7 hours from kickoff, I'll be in all black, but
we'll take it.
It's still early. All right, Pockets, why don't you fire up that 10-10 take?
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brought to you by J&M Roofing Jacksonville, your storm restoration specialists.
All right, let's do a quick couple times around the table. We'll get to some more keys in the final segment that people are sending in, what they see as keys to victory here. Chili, and more chili for a lot of people as, get a bowl of Fan Cam's chili. Check. We've already done that, Dave. I know you didn't want to spoil your own list of keys, so go ahead. Here's your opportunity to lay your most important one on us.
My most important one would be get off to a fast start.
Okay.
Don't come out with 3 and outs, those kind of things, to allow them to feel good about themselves. Let them drive the ball and put points on the board before us, those kind of things. So I would say come out and get a fast start. The energy in the stadium is going to be electric, so build it and keep it going and make them feel that pressure of we got to keep up with this team. If you do that, then you'll cause errors for the other team to happen with a young quarterback.
All right, Tony.
The Bengals are second worst against the run in the league this year. They give up almost 140 yards per game on the ground. They have not won a game this year in which they have allowed an opponent more than 142 yards on the ground. Jags rush for 142 tonight. They win.
Okay, that sounds fair. Look, turnovers are always big, but I think where they happen is also big. You cannot set up Cincinnati with any kind of short fields or allow them to set themselves up with short fields tonight. I'm not saying you have to play conservatively. Just protect the football. I don't think they can beat you unless you help them doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's like a blown coverage like we talked about, guys getting a quick 6 or just setting themselves up with a field-flipping play, if you don't allow them to have those kind of plays that kind of equal what I think is going to be the talent disparity, primarily coming from the quarterback position. I just don't think the Bengals are going to be able to win this football
I think they would need 5 or 6 of those and to win the turnover battle to win.
5 or 6 game-changing type, or like field position changing, explosive type plays, things like that. Dave, let's go around one more time.
Pressure the QB. Get on his butt. Don't let him breathe at all. I want to see if it's just the front 4 guys, Josh Allen, Trayvon, get back there. Your 2 interior guys, make sure you provide some push. If he feels comfortable and he thinks he can complete passes because there's no rush, every quarterback in the NFL can complete passes that way.
Tony?
Get Calvin Ridley more involved like they have the last couple of weeks. The Jags have not lost the game this year in which Calvin Ridley has had 4 or more receptions. Ridley has caught a touchdown in 4 games this year. The Jags are 4-0 in those 4 games. Ridley has 6 games this year with at least 8 targets. The Jags are 5-1 in those 6 games. 8 targets or 4 catches or a touchdown for Ridley tonight, and the Jags beat the Bengals.
You know, it's interesting because they have so many different guys that you can win. Like, I don't think you have to have a big game from Ridley. I understand what you're saying. If you get one, they don't lose, right?
Yeah.
But you get big games from Zay, you can get big games from Kirk. I think they got to get Evan Ingram in the end zone. And I don't know if it's necessary to beat the Bengals tonight, but it's going to be necessary at some point to get to where you ultimately want to be. And tonight's a good place to start as any. Evan Ingram's done a fine job in terms of accumulating targets and receptions and yardage and all that. He's still the same player, still very talented. Let's start getting him into the end zone. You start opening him up as a red zone weapon, and it's going to make everything else easier down in that area of the field. And the Jags have struggled at times in the red zone. So he, to me, is the most obvious guy, along with Zay, who's the bigger wide receiver out of the trio. Zay's made his impact in the red zone. Want to see it start for Evan Ingram tonight.
Yeah, I started with the run game stuff because of the injuries at tight end going into tonight's game. We don't know if Strange is going to play. We don't know if Farrell is going to play. That's your 2 and 3 on the depth chart for a team that can run the ball effectively at times. How much does not having both of those guys potentially available tonight affect how effective they can be running the football tonight? If they can still be effective running the football, I don't think they have any problem winning the game tonight against the Bengals. But I do think those 2 guys, they're not going to affect what you do in the passing game a whole lot, but they could affect what you do in pass protection and running the football. If your 2 and 3 guys on the depth chart at tight end aren't available to you, that's not a small deal.
All right, we got a lot of keys being submitted here on social media, so we'll get to a bunch of those coming up in the final segment of the show here. And Tony will take us on a quick tour around the rest of the National Football League outside of the poor officiating last night on Sunday Night Football. But we like the outcome with Green Bay knocking off Kansas City, giving the Jags the hammer, at least for the moment, in the AFC. Up to them to win tonight to remain in that position and continue to take advantage. You want to get in? 641-1010, the easiest way to do it. You're listening to Jaguars Today on a Keys to Victory Game Day Monday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, Dandy Sandwiches, Subs. You know what? If you're heading out and you don't have a big pot of chili that you thought 24 hours ago to get ready, you can swing by the local gate station, head right to the fresh case, and know that Dandy's got your back. Yeah, maybe not a fresh bowl of chili. Sandwiches, subs, breakfast sliders, light lunchtime wraps, something easy and on the go made with the highest quality ingredients. Always going to be fresh, always going to be delicious, and always going to have great variety. The gate right up the road from me right now, it's got over 30 Dandy varieties at any given time, so you know you're going to find something that suits your mood and your appetite, and you know how spread out Duval is. So even just driving to the game can work up a big hunger for you. So if you don't have big tailgate plans, make plans to gas up the car and gas up that belly by heading to Gate and looking at the fresh case for the Dandy and Anytime Deli labels. If you need food on the go in Duval, Dandy is the name to know. So do what I do when you're hungry. Go out and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Jaguars Today Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Ratify Credit Union, your neighborhood credit union.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
11 men work together for one common goal. But inevitably, there is one offensive player of the game.
He is a difference maker now.
Listen for the Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
That's how you finish right there.
On 1010XL.
Dan Hicken here for Bow Nye & Associates. I want to remind you that now is the perfect time to schedule your eye exam. Take advantage of your existing insurance benefits before they reset in January. Join the many satisfied patients who trust Bow Nye with their vision. Schedule your eye exam now and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with clear and healthy eyes. And remember, your deductibles reset in January, so don't miss out on the benefits you've already earned. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Hey folks, if you want to add value to your home without breaking the piggy bank, Shark Coatings offers multiple finance options to meet your budget. Like a smaller garage for as low as $45 per month, or a standard 2-car garage around $58 a month. And a 4-car driveway with a walkway is only $82 a month. Of course, each property is unique and our design consultants can give you exact pricing for your project. But here's a way to only spend a little each month for the Shark Coatings your concrete floors need now. Shark Coatings, we're ready when you are.
At Ratify Credit Union, we know that a dream home is about more than location and square footage. It's about fulfilling the dream of homeownership and all the dreaming that takes place inside. Building a nursery, starting a business, throwing a graduation party. That's why at Ratify, we're more than just home lenders. We're the fulfiller of dreams. With home and home equity loans that prove dream homes do come true. Ratify Credit Union. Make waves. Ratify Credit Union is an equal housing lender insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I'm on the exact pace as Mike Dempsey. After 4 weeks, I've dropped 23 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. Faster results than weight loss meds and results that can last a lifetime. What's stopping you? Awaken180weightloss.com.
He'll satisfy your hunger for a good football story.
I'm former Pro Bowl offensive lineman Leon Searcy. Listen for my stories doing Lunch with Leon.
Brought to you by the Sausage Dudes. Sausage with a purpose. Lunch with Leon. Weekdays on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I'm so impressed with Darley's Plumbing and the work they're doing at our new Walk-Off Charities field. The Darley's team has been so easy to work with on this great project. I heard good reviews about them for years, and they have absolutely proved it to me. I learned Darley's is a company I can trust for my plumbing needs, and you can too.
Thanks for those kind words, Frank. At Darley's Plumbing, we don't just do residential house calls. We're your first draft pick for commercial business plumbing too. Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
This is Hayes Carlyon for Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency. I was paying too much for car insurance, paying for things I didn't need. My friend John Spicklemeyer fixed all that for me with impeccable customer service. For all your car insurance needs, call John at 471-7155.
Come on, admit it. Almost everyone you know seems to be playing pickleball now, right? So whether you just want to learn how to play or you're ready to show off your elite pickleball skills, the Y is the place for you. Visit our brand new McGuire Family Pickleball Center at the Brown Family YMCA in Ponte Vedra Beach. 5 top quality outdoor courts and 3 amazing indoor courts where you can learn about dinks, dill ball, falafel, the kitchen, and more pickleball slang at the Y.
This is Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
Fast Twitch, an energy drink from Gatorade in 6 different flavors, including strawberry watermelon, cool blue, and tropical mango. And available at your local Winn-Dixie.
Start fast with Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade.
On-the-go energy from Gatorade. Find it at your local Winn-Dixie.
This holiday season, Famous Automotive and Tire is offering a buy 3, get 1 free sale on all new tire sizes and brands, plus all shocks and struts. Visit the shop for details. Then buy 3, get 1 free at Famous Automotive and Tire, servicing every customer like they're famous.
We're in Florida, and pest problems are persistent. Want them gone? Mission accomplished with Mission Pest Solutions. Veteran and locally owned and operated, Mission Pest will blow your mind with their communication and response time for all your pest, termite, and mosquito needs. Text or call 904-944-PEST. You'll speak directly with the owners. Mention 1010XL when you call 944-PEST. You'll get 25% off your initial pest or termite protection service. Mission accomplished with Mission Pest Solutions.
Postgame Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The moving parts across the wall of Duval will continue tonight with Walker Little moving back to left tackle. QB Trevor Lawrence spoke on his confidence in Little in wherever he plays.
Walker's going to do a great job. He's a heck of a player. He can do so many things. I mean, obviously, he's played almost every spot on the line. Very experienced. He knows what it's like to be a starter, but also to have to fill in and come in and be the tackle if Cam goes down. It makes you feel confident having a guy in there that's played a lot of football.
Trevor Lawrence, visit Jaguars.com for more. JTA Game Day Express is back. Save gas and avoid parking hassles as the Jaguars take on the Bengals tonight. Let them do the driving with 5 locations and passes starting at $10 on the My JTA app. To learn more, visit JTAFLA.com. I'm Molly McDonald with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. He's still throwing passes. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by your local Napa Auto Care Centers.
All right, Chris said he just landed in Duval. Where's the best place to buy Jags apparel? Fanatics? Dick's? I don't know.
Well, they'll have the store that's going to be open down there now on game days.
There you go. What time's that open?
I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Take a look.
I don't know. You might want it before he goes down there. Yeah, there is the new team store. It's right outside there by the new practice facility.
And there's a store out at Jack's Beach. I think it's Sports Mania.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And just
that's what I go to.
Hop on your phone.
A couple blocks away.
Jags gear. You'll find it. It'll be out there. Welcome to town. Glad you're here. All right. Tony's digging that up, but while he's doing that, we'll get him to multitask here. Let me just read this one from Irish Diplomacy on Twitter. Said, I knew I recognized Fan Cam's voice all these years. Many moons ago, we parked in the same lot and visited for the voodoo jersey burning every week. Good times. So, yeah, it's all, all in the spirit of, burning the jersey in the most collegial way possible, Not our jersey we're burning.
Yeah.
I got no problem with it,
None whatsoever.
Right. It's just a jersey, right?
Yeah.
Just representing the other team, and that's probably what they're worth. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be so fun tonight. All right, let's take, before we get to our submitted keys to victory, a quick look around the rest of the National Football League.
Now, gems around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Houston wide receiver Tank Dell suffered a fractured fibula on Sunday against the Denver Broncos. He will be placed on injured reserve and miss the remainder of the season. Tennessee defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons was forced out of their loss against Indianapolis yesterday with a knee injury. The injury is not expected to be season-ending for Simmons. The New York Giants are opening the practice window for quarterback Tyrod Taylor as he works back from a rib injury. New Orleans Saints quarterback Derek Carr is in the league's concussion protocol and suffered shoulder and back injuries against the Detroit Lions yesterday. Pittsburgh quarterback Kenny Pickett was knocked out of the Steelers' loss to Arizona with an ankle injury that is being called a high ankle sprain. The word out of Pittsburgh is that he is expected to miss their game on Thursday at minimum this week against New England. Could be out beyond that as well, but they have no plans at this point to place Pickett on injured reserve. He will be undergoing surgery today on that ankle injury, and Washington running back Brian Robinson left their game and was unable to return with a hamstring injury. Christian Watson last night did the same for the Green Bay Packers.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Tony. Today we ask you on the rare Monday game day for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully we'll rectify that going forward in the future. What are your 3 keys to victory for the Jags versus the Bengals tonight? We'll run through some of these, and Dave, you can weigh in on how important you think some of these factors will be. You mentioned getting off to a fast start. So did Cristiano. Wants a fast start, obviously protect Trevor and get the pass rush cranked up. Mm-hmm. All those things seem pretty right on point. Stuff the Bengals' run game, pressure Browning into mistakes, play mistake-free as much as possible. That's something to – look, Joe Mixon is a good back. I don't think he's one of the elite backs in the National Football League again, but you can't let him, get off to a good start averaging 4.5, 5 yards a carry because that takes a lot of pressure off Jake Browning tonight.
And our defense, is really good against the run. So I would say –
wouldn't expect that to be a problem.
Yeah, make sure you continue that trend. Don't let them get off. Don't let Joe get off. And, a lot of offenses will throw the ball when the run game isn't working, but they'll just throw little tunnel screens.
Yep.
They'll throw a screen to the back. So don't let any of those things get off tonight, because I'm telling you, if you allow guys to pop and you're not tackling well, then it'll make it a long night for you.
I just really think they're going to play this game at a fever pitch.
I think so,
tonight.
too.
I really do. Then again, there have been a couple occasions this year when they haven't shown up with that. You know, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I do think that little extra tick of Kansas City losing clarifies just how everything is in your hands right now. And not that it wasn't important to win this game regardless, because you're trying to get the highest seed as possible. You haven't locked up the playoffs yet. As Tony pointed out on the break there, the Panthers are eliminated from playoff consideration already. It's tough to do in today's NFL.
Yeah, it is.
At this point, right? With 5 full weeks to go, with 7 playoff spots in each conference. So
at least they can talk about that, number 1 overall pick that they're going to have this draft.
That they won't be using. Yes, because it belongs to the
that
Bears.
This draft they
that's still going to be this draft.
Nabbit.
But hey, you got Bryce Young, so it'll all work out, I'm sure. Joe Jaggs said score early and often, pressure the quarterback, crush their will. A lot of people basically saying if you get out to a quick start, Bengals are going to realize what they're in for. No blown assignments. That goes to what you're talking about, tackling, right? None of the quick strike plays where you let them. Pace is important. Can't peak at 7 p.m. I think you may be talking about the fan base and not the team.
I hope the team doesn't peak at 7 p.m.
Get home safely to celebrate. Yes, that's definitely a fan base. Don't turn the ball over. Agree. Keep Trevor safe always. And D-line get some pressure. Same thing we do every week. Try to take over the line of scrimmage. Protect Trevor. Hit Browning a lot. Don't let them establish the run. The only thing that really matters is Trevor Lawrence stays upright. I mean, that really probably is the number one thing every week for this team.
Yeah.
Having Trevor Lawrence available to play the next week. Win the game, obviously, but then having Trevor Lawrence ready to go the next week, goes without saying. I mean, look at where the Bengals find themselves right now.
Yeah, that goes without saying. And my one other point that I was going to say was, and you kind of hit on all of it, was they're not very good against the tight end. So let's make sure we use Evan Ingram, and let's use him in the red zone and score touchdowns in the red zone.
Yes.
I think that is a big key right there.
Yeah, and this maybe should go without saying as well, but one way that a team that is at a disadvantage, and the Bengals are a good team.
Yeah.
They're just not good at quarterback right now, so don't make the quarterback look better than he is.
Exactly.
But special teams can be a great equalizer, right? You get a block punt, you get a big return, you get a whatever, so don't allow that to happen. Right now, I'm content if Parker Washington basically catches all the punts that come to him. Just hang on to the football. I think that's as important as anything.
He had one pretty good return last
week. He
did.
did. But if he does nothing but fair catch or just just hang on the
just
football,
don't be
I'm
a problem
fine with it.
Don't be a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
My fourth key was going to be.
Well, you got as many as you like. Honestly, there's no limit.
Just be good in all phases, like you were saying. You threw special teams out there. I think if every phase shows up tonight, like how we'll have the defense balling and offense go down and get 3 field goals, and then you have 1 muff or something like that. Let's let all 3 phases shine tonight. I want to see that.
Yeah, and we don't have, the Jamal Agnew potential to flip the field. I don't think the Jags will have to have that. I don't think they'll need it. I think it's much more important that they don't let the Bengals be the stars on special teams tonight than that they have to do anything outside the ordinary themselves to come away with a win. I'm feeling pretty confident. You want to go ahead and give a score? What you feeling?
I'm close to where FanCam was. I'm thinking 31, maybe 17, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What number did he give us? What did he give?
37-13, I believe he gave.
I might be splitting the difference between you guys. What do you got, Tony?
I'll go Jaguars 34-23.
34-23. All right. I'll say I'll go 30.
Okay.
But I'll go like 13.
So $1 less?
Yeah, $1 less. I'm going to try to undercut you in a big way. But in all honesty, I think this is going to be a 2-touchdown game, or something in that realm. If it ends up, Cincinnati scores late and the Jags win by 10 or whatever, so be it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sweat it, but I think they're going to show tonight from the opening kickoff that they're focused on the task at hand, know what's out there and possible for them, and I think they're going to play like that.
Yeah, I do. Look, the ETN injury designation going into it makes me nervous. Not that I don't trust the other backs that they have, that they can still. Dearness Johnson, I think, can lead the backfield if he needs to for a night. But I do think the tight ends, I don't think that's nothing, right? When 2 of your 3 top tight ends aren't going to be available to you, and they're the ones who help you in the run game.
Yeah.
For a team that's already having issues in the run game, and your starting running back has an injury designation going into the game. I think all those things are important things to look at going into this one tonight. And as we mentioned early in the show, Dave, they're going to get the Bengals' best shot.
Yeah.
You know, the Bengals are on Monday Night Football too. The Bengals are trying to hold on to their chance to have a good season with this game tonight. They are going to get whatever the best punch left from the Bengals is. You'll see it on the field, especially early tonight. I think the Jaguars' counterpunch is way better than whatever the Bengals have to offer at this point, but you're going to get whatever that best shot is. You're going to see it early on.
All right, let's say hello to XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the rubber on the road with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
All right, Joe C in the house as we continue along, getting you ready for Jags on Monday Night Football versus the Bengals. What's up, Joe?
I walk in, I hear 14 points. I like that. And then Tony gives me all sorts of great concerns. So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just trying to sort through it right now.
I got 17. 30 to 13, but I think most people think the Jags are going to handle their business tonight.
I think the odds opened at 8 or 8.5, and it soared to 10. So it went to double digits quickly.
Well, quite frankly, if they win it 21-20 and nobody gets hurt, okay.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I agree with the sentiment of this team there's a lot in front of them. The number 1 seed is right there with what happened last night. They need to get to 9 wins to stay with the Baltimores and the Miamis of the world. And so that is a huge, I would think, tipping point for them tonight to give them that one little extra thing. They're not going to go to sleep on the Bengals. There's no doubt. They haven't had an atmosphere like this in over a decade. And so they'll come out firing, especially with the way that game plan went this past week against the Texans.
All right, Joe, wall-to-wall Jags today, or what do we got?
Yeah, so the way we're setting it up, we're going to do a little college football playoff because everyone's hangry over what happened with the selection committee, FSU fans, Georgia fans, so on. So anyway, we'll hit that. But the main thing is Kurt Warner will be on with us at 12:15. Troy Aikman at 12:30. Hall of Fame finalist Willie Anderson, a former Bengal, at 1 o'clock. Dan Orlovsky at 2 o'clock, the quarterback whisperer, so we're going to be loaded.
All right, Joe will be listening. Have a good show. And
is there any more chili left?
Let's go Jags. You can have what's in the bottom of that bowl.
It was delicious.
Right there. But the answer is no.
No.
As a matter of fact, there's none for XL Primetime there. So pecking order established by FanCam. All right, there he goes. Joe C out the door, but for the next 3 hours, XL Primetime coming your way. All right, DG, what time you getting to the stadium tonight?
It won't be at 3:30.
No,
I can tell you that much.
You've already had your pregame chili, too.
Yes,
so.
It'll be a little closer to game time.
All right, will you participate in the light spectacular?
Absolutely. All my kids, they're excited. It's their first Monday night game.
Yes.
That they can remember. My son probably came to one, but that they can remember. So they're pumped up. They're jacked. They're going to be in all black as well.
So how does school work tomorrow?
You know what? They're out of school today. It was a long weekend of softball tournaments, and our girls they were a little pooped. So we said, you know what? And then maybe
should've
tomorrow.
grown up at Garrard.
And then tomorrow might be a late start going
Guys,
to school.
we had softball this week. We're just not going to go to school on Monday, okay? Because we had to play softball this week.
Well, we have to be ready for the game. They can't come home and then be super tired.
Yeah, right, priorities straight.
Good point. All right, good point. I'm just jealous, and that's clear. All right, DG, thank you.
Yes,
and
thank you, guys.
Hopefully we'll be celebrating Victory Tuesday all the way
Absolutely.
through the rest of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But go get it done, Jags. So we think you will. We'll talk to you on the pregame coming up later on today, and we'll see you down there at Everbank Stadium. For Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark, I'm Mike Dempsey. Let's go, Jags, and get that W, and let's talk about it tomorrow. Right back here once again on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
For all that is just in this life and the next. 1, 2, 3. Duval!
Jaguars Today Monday on 1010XL
is brought to you